Hello students, in this class we'll learn what is user interface. So first you need to know what is interface. Interface is something through which we interact with anything or any machine you can say. Let us take example of television which is at our home. Now if you want to interact with the TV, interacting with the TV means using it. Huh? So we have what? We have a remote control system. Yeah, remotely we just control with that system. We press the buttons for putting it on and off and changing the channels, volumes and settings and brightness and other things we do with the help of remote. If suppose we don't have a remote control, then it will be very tough to interact with that system. So in this case, remote control is there to interact with a simple normal television. Okay. The same way, if you have seen, of course you have seen, if you're driving a car or anybody is driving a car, then for driving a car, we do also have an interface where a steering wheel is there, brakes are there, accelerator is there, clutch is there, various meters are there to see whether fuel is there or not, and what is the speed, horn is there, AC system is there, music system is there. These all are the what? These are the interface. This is called interface. This is an environment through which we interact with a machine. So this is called interface. And in order to interact with a computer also, in order to interact with a computer, we need an interface so that we could easily use that machine, so that we could easily use that machine. If a machine is very complicated to use, we just don't want to use it. We just avoid it. Oh, it's very complicated. But if the same machine is made so simple to use or work, you'll like to use it. And the computer is designed in such a way. If you'll compare the older computer with the newer one, you'll find that now today's computer have very simple interface. Anybody can interact with the computer. Best example is Android phones. Android phones are what? They are also a computer, and they also have an operating system. But you know, everybody can operate. Everybody can, even if he has not studied at all. If even electric peoples are operating that, means if they know a little bit of reading and all, they can easily operate that mobile phone. How they can operate it? Because it is made in a simple way. The interface is very simple, and therefore they can use it. So it is the interface which makes a machine simple or user friendly to work with. So here we are to talk about the user interface in computer. So in computer, operating system is the software which provides you interface to work with a machine, with a computer operating system. Beside the operating system, you know all that everything that happens in a computer is done by the operating system. So operating system also provides you an interface. So normally we have two types of user interface. One is known as, look, one is known as GUI, which is graphical user interface, and another is CUI, which is character user interface or command user interface also you can say. So what is GUI? Let us just once again see that text also. User interface. A user interface comprises of everything the user can use to interact with a computer. It is basically the means by which the user and computer system can interact using input-output devices. So, you know, you have already understood what is interface. So that's what it is. Input-output, a combination of input-output devices make an interface and we interact with the computer and get our work done. So what is GUI then? GUI stands for graphical user interface. This is a type of user interface where user interact with the computer using graphics. Now, what is graphics? Graphics include icons, icons, you know, icons like look at the taskbar. These all are icons. We just click those icons, and every single icon tells something about the program. You have heard the saying also. A picture says thousand words. Icons are the pictures. We just tell you, even if you don't know how to read. that particular language. If suppose you are using some other language like Chinese, okay, and any app, if it is written in that Chinese, you may not understand. But if you'll see the icon of Word, the icon of Excel, or then you can easily understand. Oh, this icon represent that particular program. Even if you are not able to read that Chinese later, but even if in that case also with that icon only, it will be easy for you to operate that. And you might have seen this in Android phones. Names are not written, icons are there, and with icons we just recognize the programs. So icons are there. Navigation bars are there. Navigation bars just we scroll, no, scroll bars, easy. It has been made easy. Images are there, buttons are there, clicks are there. So touch, you can touch it. So graphics include all such things. Mouse can be used, uh, touch screen can be used. So this makes the graphical user interface makes the things easy to work. Example, the best example is Windows, the one which we are using right now. You can take example of Android phones. That's again the best example of a graphical user interface. So all such operating system which support all these things, icons, button press, touch screen, graphics, images, colors, sound. So this all combination makes a graphical user interface, which make it very appealing and easy to use. This makes using a computer very easy to use. So this is about graphical user interface, quite easy. Now let us come to know about character user interface also. Character user interface, in short, which is called CUI, is a type of user interface where user interact with the computer using only keyboard. Keyboard, what do we do in keyboard? We just type something. So we need to remember commands. For every single thing, we need to give command. I'll show you this also. See this. This is command prompt. In early days, even today also, for some specific purposes, we use DOS. But this is the command prompt, and for every single thing, we need to know the command. For example, if you want to see the list of files, dir is the command. These are the list of files. If you want to change the directory or the drive, suppose we want to go to the E drive, like this, we can go. We need to know these things. The person who doesn't know it, they cannot use it. If you want to see how many files are there, you can see it like this. Like, uh, 1 minute, you can. Hmm. If you want to just go to any folder, we can see list of files, the time, the date, the size of file. You can see. If you want to clear the screen, cls is the command. If you want to make a folder, md is the command. If you want to change folder, cd is the command. You know these things. If you want to make a file, then copy console file 1.txt. You can give extension also. This is a file. Control Z is used for saving a file. So one file copied. Now see this, dir f asterisk. The file starting with f character will be displayed. So this is the file. At this time it is created. Now this is the name of file which you have created. 17 is the 17 bytes. Why? Because we have written 17 letters. That's for 17 bytes. If you want to see the content of file, type is a command. Type and then file1.txt. Then you can see the content of a file. So this is the content of file. So this is how we have a lot of commands. These are the list of commands. If you type help command, it will show you various commands which are there in DOS, and a bit is written about them also, what they do. And to know more about them, just need to study them. So this is the command. CLS is the command to clear the screen. Exit is the command to. So this is the example of character user interface, where for every single thing we need to memorize, learn, remember the commands. If you don't know command, then what will happen? Let us see. Suppose we don't know command. Then what? If you write anything like any name or any like mango I've written. So it will tell you that mango is not recognized as internal or external command. ये कोई command ही नहीं है. ना ही ये internal command है, ना ही external command है. Now what is internal, external? These are the topics which we may discuss afterwards. So in command, this is called command prompt. This is command prompt. The place where we write the command, this is called command prompt. So in command prompt, we have to write the commands. Now, how can we learn the command? You will have to learn it. Very simple. So you can easily compare uh, the difference between character user face and graphical user face. You may also see that which is easy, which is more user friendly. So you'll find that graphical user interface in every way is better than character user interface. In early days, when graphic was not developed, when graphic system was not developed, processors were not that developed, computers were not that developed, on those days character user interface was the only option with us, and we had to use the commands only. And as the it developed, the computer system, the software system, the hardware system developed, then graphical user interfaces started to come, and now they have captured it, means they are now controlling everything. We also used to with graphical user interface. So character user interface is old system of interface. Older version, these were there, because on those days computer was not that developed that it can support graphical system. Okay. Now MS DOS is the best example of command based operating system, whose full form is Microsoft Disk Operating System. And when you open the DOS, the command prompt comes, and there you write the commands, then it works, and then our task get done. It is single user, single tasking operating system. Means in command prompt or in DOS, we can only one user can work, and only one work can be done. Even if your computer is very powerful, it can do a lot of things. But if your computer doesn't have a multi-processing operating system, it only have the DOS in it, then you cannot utilize that machine because you have not that operating system in your system. I'm giving you an example. Suppose that you have very powerful machine with you, a very powerful computer with you, but in that computer a normal simple only disk operating system is there, DOS is there, or some operating system like that is there only. Okay, then what is the limitation of such operating system? It is single user, single tasking system. You need to memorize the commands, and it can only do those things for which it is instructed to. It cannot handle a lot of things. You cannot play music, you cannot do watch movies, you cannot play games like that. So even if you have a very powerful machine, then also you'll have to restrict yourself. Why? Because you doesn't have that software which can, I mean, operate the machine in its full form. And therefore, we need to have a good operating system also in our system according to the power of the machine, so that you could fully utilize. Now, come to the right point. Like if you have very powerful machine and have a good operating system also, like you have the Windows, then Windows, the latest version of Windows, have everything to handle a normal powerful machine, and you can use it in various ways. Now also you can understand what is the power of operating system. What an operating system is means it is the operating system which makes the machine useful. So thank you, dear students. Watch the video again if you have not understood.